Hi, everybody. So glad we're here together. Auntie Mimi. Can't wait till one day we'll all have a party together, celebrate that this whole being stuck at home, it will be over. And I'm hoping and praying that we'll make the most of our time together. And today we're going to focus on our smile. Yeah, our smile. And what we can do to make everyone happy together in this most special time that we have right now more than ever. So the teaching is as follows. Our face is our like way by which people can see how we're feeling. The way a person looks. The way a person looks. The expression of who we are gets reflected. It shows on our face. There's a teaching that our face is public property. When you go to a park, right? And everyone can go to the park. It's public property. The government has made that space for all the families to go and enjoy together. So we have to be careful that our face just doesn't belong really to us, because the way we experience our feelings ends up showing up on our face and ends up having an effect on somebody else. An example is given. Let's see, you have a blind man, and you know every day he walks on that street of yours. You wouldn't, from your garden, throw rocks and throw rocks and throw rocks from your private property to the public property, because anybody can trip, but especially that blind man who may not use his stick at that second where that rock is, and he may fall. You wouldn't put that there because you'd be like, oh my gosh, because of me, and I put that stone there, this man fell. And he could get really hurt, right? So the same way we would be like really careful not to put a stumbling block in front of a blind person because we don't want him to fall. We have to be careful that the way we use our facial expressions, our eyes, our lips, our body language. Meaning, does our body talk? No, our lips bring out the words. But our body talks. You've seen people when they're not happy, when they're angry, even if they don't even say a word. You've seen people that just look so tired. You know, their body is talking. I'm tired. I need to go to get some sleep, right? So our face especially is talking, even if we're not talking. So there was a story of a man. He was actually a very learned rabbi, and he just finished giving a class. And he was rushing because he had to catch an air flight back home to the next place he had to speak. And he's in the elevator, and he's like looking for time, and then he's like, as the elevator door opens up, he's like looking at the time, and he's like giving like this stern, serious looking face, like he's nervous if he's gonna make it on time. He doesn't want to lose the plane. Besides that, it would cost him so much money. But he had to be at the next place to give an important speech. So his eyes were looking like serious, as the elevator door opened up, he rushed out. And he goes into the taxi, and they're on their way to the, to the airport, and he's saying, please, find the fastest possible route. I can't miss my plane. Please. And midway, he's like, oh my goodness, I have to go back. I really must go back. And the man is saying, but if you go back, you're probably for sure not going to make it. No, I have to go back. So they turned around. He goes back. He spends a few minutes there. And he comes out like happy and smiling. And the taxi driver says, it doesn't look like you brought anything into the car. It seemed like you forgot something that you needed to pick up. Did you get what you were looking for? I don't see it. He's like looking, it doesn't look like he has an extra suitcase or an extra bag. So the rabbi said, no, you don't understand. I went to find a person. What happened was as I was getting out of the elevator, I had this like really stern look, and someone walked into the elevator, and I was afraid that maybe he thought by my having that serious look when he was walking in, and I didn't even look at him, I didn't even say hi to him, that he might think I was very angry with him or upset with him. Then what happened? Ooh, we have to get some batteries going here. 1 second. Then what happened was, I hope that's charging. Doesn't show, but the rabbi said, and I'm glad I did come back, because when I found this man, he said, I'm so happy because I really thought you were upset with me. I really didn't know what I did, and I was just so bothered, and I felt so terrible, like I really felt bad. And so the rabbi said, I'm so happy I went to find him. Can you imagine? I wasn't upset with him. I was just so concerned about being late, and I didn't even realize. But when I sat in the taxi, I finally thought that could have hurt his feelings. So I felt like, I don't care. Better to miss my plane but not hurt another person's feelings. My dear children, how many times? You probably can remember, maybe in school, maybe at home, maybe you did something nice to somebody and they just looked at you like big deal and didn't appreciate, or maybe, sometimes, you're in school and you raised your hand to give an answer, and okay, it wasn't the right answer. And even though someone didn't laugh, but they looked at you in a way good going, how silly was that of an answer with that kind of look in the face. And I don't want to make these faces, trust me. It's not what I want to do here. But you get it. You get it. You've experienced it. I've experienced it. Oh my gosh. I could talk here till 10 years of all the stories that I've experienced, how sometimes people give those looks. And I remember personally that because I really made a commitment to myself to treat my face as public property, to work extra hard, that no matter what I'm going through, that I shouldn't appear in a way that could be hurtful to someone else. And in fact, it happened to me that I was very busy during a period of time in my life. I had a children's program for 15 years, all day long, and even in the nighttime. We had Shabbatons, we had camps, and it was so busy. We had 150 children, and it was a lot of responsibility. And at one point, we had left Israel to fundraise for these programs. And it was a very busy time. And I remember like not really saying goodbye to people like I would have wanted, you know. I was rushing during the streets and I just maybe didn't look at them. And I didn't think I was going away for so long, because what happened was I ended up 8 years not being back in Israel. It's a whole long story. Maybe I'll tell it another time. But imagine that last time I rushed, didn't give him that happy to see you look, not to like hug them that I'm leaving for a trip and I don't know when I'm coming back. 8 years. And I remember after 8 years coming back, finally seeing, I didn't see my sister for 8 years, imagine. And I remember when I finally saw my sisters and all the people that I said so goodbye so briefly and with not a goodbye like I would have wanted to, that I didn't see them for 8 years. How I felt it was so magical. How I wanted them to see my bright eyes, my happy smile, that I was so happy to see them. And now every day, every time if I have to go somewhere, I'll spend 10 minutes in the time of my watch to make sure that if I'm walking, I'm going to have time to say hi to someone. I'm going to have time not to be in a rushed mood so they get my rushed energy. Although I'm not perfect. And if you saw me yesterday, no, just kidding. Like, at least it was my goal. At least it was my commitment that I was going to have extra time wherever I was going, so that I won't feel rushed, so that I won't, and I do it over the phone still. I'm still trying, like people want to talk to me or something, and I'm like, I gotta go. It's not easy, right? But at least to be having a goal, at least to work on making sure that your face is public property. And to be careful how you look when you are talking to your friend in school or your family, especially now. In the Gemara, it actually teaches us that better than giving children white milk, show them your white teeth. Meaning, show them your whites. Don't give them white, show them your white. Because it can make all the difference in the world. There were so many stories that people were hurting so badly, that they really were so suffering, but someone stopped and smiled at them. And that meant the world to them. That really made them happy. There's also a way by which, when we smile to other people, believe it or not, your brain makes happy chemicals. Yes. You, yourself, all of a sudden get this, like a very sensation of happiness from these chemicals in your brain that make you feel happy. Just like, let's say you were at Disneyland, and you love Disneyland, and you had such a good time. You were smiling. You went on this ride and you went on that ride, and you were with your family. It was amazing, and you were smiling. Like, that made you happy, right? And it's what you saw that also made you happy. So when you smile, it makes you happy. And when the other person is seeing you in a good mood with a smile, it makes them happy, because what you see makes you happy. So if they're seeing you happy, it is contagious. Happiness is contagious. So that what you're doing then becomes a way by which you affect other people and make them happy. Now, what if you tell me, Auntie Mimi, but what happens when I'm not happy? I'm really suffering right now. Someone hurt my feelings. Well, if you want to get out of that very heavy, negative, icky feeling, then fake it till you make it. It doesn't mean just like ignore that you're hurting. But you're in a public situation, and if you make that sour face, it's going to look like you're mad at them, and even though you're not, right? And you could train yourself. You can train, and that's what we're going to do today at the end of the session. You can train yourself that even when you don't feel so perfectly right, to fake it by faking a smile, because you're going to help your brain have happy chemicals, even though you don't feel like smiling. You could remember an old trip you had, like we said, Disneyland. You could remember some good memory to help your brain get out of that very sad mood. And then later, when it's the time that you want to like think about what happened and why you're sad, then you can, deal with your sad feelings. But sometimes you have to be a little strong for the sake of a really good reason of not, changing the situation. For example, let's say you were invited to a party very soon, hopefully, right? When the social distancing is over. And now we're really appreciating all those times we got to go to shul, that we got to go to bar mitzvahs, and we got to go to weddings. Oh my gosh, we're going to appreciate them like never before. But let's say you're invited to a wedding, a party. And you come and you're all sad and you're all mad because something happened just a minute ago in the car while someone was driving you to the party. And you then they're going to think you're mad for coming to the party. And then they're going to think it might really hurt their feelings, because, there they are greeting you. Hi, you came. Thank you. And you're like, we're all mad and sad or whatever it is. They'll think like, I didn't force you to come. Like, oh my gosh, are you mad at me? Wait a minute, you're coming to my party. Do you get it? So there's times, just like God forbid someone goes to a place where, like, I don't even know if I want to say it, but like, there's situations where you can't act so happy, because there's people who are suffering. So there's a time and a place for everything. And so we have to be aware that our face is a public property. It affects people all around us. So we want to be the best that we can be. And we want to see what we can do to make this a better and brighter world. We want to take the step to make everyone around us feel comfortable that we're there. And we want to be the leader. We want to be the lamplighter of what it is to put aside what you're going through for the sake of making sure the other person doesn't get hurt. I remember, I'll even just tell you one story of mine. And this happened so many years ago. And as I was thinking about this class to give, I was like, instantly I remember all those stories. I remember standing there, and this person was giving out invitations to a party. And, I was like kind of looking, is she going to give me an invitation? And as she passed me, she gave me a very not nice look and didn't give me an invitation. I was like, she didn't give me an invitation and she gave me a dirty look like that? Like, it was really a not nice look. And can you imagine, till this day, it's in my head and I remember it? Like, and I'm a counselor, and I hear it all the time. How many times? People can remember things from 50 to 60 and 70 years later. So think about it. Let's give people many good memories because we used our face. We used our smile. We used our body language in a good way. Now, it's not easy. It's not going to happen 24/7 that we're able to control that Yetzer Hara. But today, we're making a goal. Today, we're making more of an effort. Today, we're going to start making a difference with just one more extra smile, with just one more person seeing our white. Okay, are you in on me? So, I would like to, because it's Thursday. Oh, I think it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, all of you are probably going through the same thing. Like it's, unless I look at the calendar sometimes, it's like, how did it become Thursday so quickly? Wait, let me look at the calendar. It is Thursday, right? So, my beloved children, I know, like it seems like the calendar one day is melting into the next day, but it is Thursday, and we did say we were going to make a raffle, and I actually tried getting help to order some books, and it's been 3 days that we've been trying, that somehow there's a glitch. Thank God, I think one of the women who's on here, she really deserves the credit for helping me. All right, so I put the names down, and there weren't that many names that were posted that they were on, even though I see names here. But the rules of this raffle is that if the whole family is watching, to post, I'm here, and if you post your picture, then you get an extra raffle ticket. And then, of course, the more raffles you have in this this basket, no. Then the more chances you have to win. So here we goes. And now it is the Roya Yagubian family. The mother is called Roya. And her family, she's been sending me pictures of her family watching together. It was so exciting when she said that, I hope it's okay to share here, but that they were glued to it even after a whole day of online schooling. So kol hakavod, Yagubian children, and being the winner. She was also sending me pictures of them reading my books. I was so touched. Anyway, continue to keep learning. Continue, as I always say, keep smiling. No, I say keep shining by smiling. So I will work on trying to get these books. Otherwise, I will call you and give you a way to do it without me and being stuck on getting it. Okay, I'll explain why later. So now let's do the part of the drawing and the mind movie. So take your pencils, get your paper ready. I hope you now have gotten the habit to get it ready before the class so that you don't have to like go searching for everything. And so I want you to make a picture of you smiling. What else, right? You can make a picture of just your lips with beautiful white smile. Or you can make a picture of your whole body language with just, your hands up in the air, woo, smiling and beaming, or maybe you can put a picture of a memory that made you smile, right? So like make a picture of an event that happened in your life that made you smile, and then see yourself smiling at the event. So that every time maybe you're in a situation and you need a reminder, you can look at this picture. And hopefully, I don't know when us children are going to get back to school, but I'm planning to do these daily programs until school is in order. And once school is in order, then maybe we'll continue once a week, like I used to do at Beis Betzalel Shul, and before that when I was in Crown Heights and the after-school programs. We were at Lamplighters, we were at Beis Chaim Mushka, we were at Benos Menachem and Beis Rivka, and we were in Great Neck at the Silverstein Hebrew Academy after-school program. So now we're doing it here. For those of you who are new, I'm really happy that you've been joining us. So you see the picture? Be creative the way you want to do it. You can, another idea just came to my mind is like, see a picture with a circle and like the no smoking sign, but like no frowning. And do a picture of a frown, and then do the other side or half the page, with a full circle with a smiley face. Whatever you like, whatever's going to make you remember, whatever your brain now is going to do to train itself. By drawing the picture, it helps your brain remember what you learned. It helps your brain get the habit of what you want. Okay, so now you can finish later. I see there's some background noise. Hopefully, 1 second. I'm going to just text. Okay, sorry about that. Because this is like the mind movie part that's really good to be in a very quiet, having that solitude, that time for yourself, just to like take that deep breath. Remember, we're learning that when we calm our body down by just taking deep breaths and imagining, let's say we're in a calm place, helps our brain calm down. And when our brain calms down, it has the ability to more easily acquire and add good habits, good goals that we want for ourselves. So maybe take the image that you would have wanted to finish on that picture and now put it in your mind. So if it was a happy occasion that you had, and you're remembering the amazing, beautiful time that you enjoyed, and then like see yourself there. This image in your brain right now is going to help your mind make happy chemicals. Because again, the brain doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future. So if you had a good, happy experience in the past, if you just remember it, the brain then calculates that you're experiencing that happiness again, and then you feel happy. It's a trick. This is how you can brain train your mind, and you could trick your brain as if you are at the party now, or you are at Disneyland. So take your mind there right now and experience what was so happy for you back then. And then completely see your face and how now when you walk around, your joy is becoming contagious. And other people now are in a good mood because you're in a good mood. Because your face is public property. And everyone then sees it and can get affected in a good way. So see an image of yourself. Now, maybe walking along, and then someone didn't look at you nicely. But you're not going to let them change your public property. You're not going to walk away now heavy-hearted, looking so mad and angry, because you're still in the public, and you might not see someone else, like that rabbi. So you're training yourself now not to let your face be affected by what someone just did to you. You're seeing an image that you're not letting them steal your beautiful face that you had right before you saw them, with that smile, with that good energy. It feels so free. You feel like no more enslavement, no more being taken away by other people and their negative energies toward you. You feel what's called geula. Geula. When you feel free to be the best that you can be. That's geula now. When you're not enslaved by other people. Yes, geula should come. Techavu miyad mamish. But we can keep our geula today until that ultimate day arrives when all of us are going to be in the Beit HaMikdash. Techavu miyad mamish. You feel like you're your own master and that you are not enslaved by other people. In this image, you are training your brain. Forge ahead with a beaming, happy smile because your face is public property. All right, my dear children. And oh, so happy for the winner. Where was the name? Oh, Roya Yagubian and her family. Amazing. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'll post the listings of the books. You can choose which book you want. And hopefully when you get it, you'll post it in the group that you got it. And people will then be more motivated to sign up here. And Baruch Hashem, you know, there's a woman who I met who listened to my classes, my adult classes, and she volunteered to do that landing page where all my books are. And she has been volunteering to do my YouTube page. So all these children's classes are posted on YouTube. We're catching up here. And so I decided also to create a WhatsApp group so that it'll be saved there. So if you didn't get to see it one day, if you're part of the WhatsApp group, please PM me and I'll add you. And you can get it on WhatsApp. Because some people maybe don't have YouTube or it's easier for them to get the videos on WhatsApp. So we're really doing our part to get it out to you. Let's get our children brain trained. Why make them wait till they're 40 and 50 till they have the time to do it and figure that there is such a thing out there. All right, blessings for an amazing day. And again, keep shining by smiling. Today more than ever, right? Bye.